Councillor Hogg.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to begin by congratulating the officers on this extraordinary success, and it couldn't happen to a nicer place. I lived in 5 properties in Balham in the past 10 years, during which time it's really come up in the world. Our Victorian boozers have become gastropubs.
Well done.
Well, our Chicken Cottage became a Starbucks, our KFC became a Pizza Express, our Safeway became a Waitrose, and investment by local businesses has transformed Bedford Hill. So this gift to Balham is a bit of a surprise. The first surprise was to find that I now live in outer London, but also a surprise that we need £2 million worth of improvements in Balham so urgently, and as the leader says, there's no such thing as public money, so in committee we scrutinise this as you would to see if it's all completely necessary, and there were just a couple of eyebrows raised. I think one was the £367,000 on the Sainsbury's community space. I think it was Councillor Brown that pointed out this already exists. Madam Mayor will remember she made a great success of turning on Balham's Christmas lights there. It's one of the nicest such spaces in the borough, so I'm not sure where we're going to spend all of that money. Hildreth Street is the pedestrianised street market just between Bedford Hill and the High Road, and we're going to spend £340,000 to pedestrianise that, which seems, again, repetitious. But I was most interested in the £72,000. Yeah, £72,000 that is being spent on this ugly wall in the Waitrose car park. Now, I'm in favour of more public art in the borough, but, you know, seriously, if Ken Livingstone had announced he was spending £72,000 on public art in a Waitrose car park, I think there'd have been far more comments about that use of taxpayers' money. So we queried that as well. But I do have 2 serious points to make about the bid, which is not a free lunch. It is taxpayers' money one way or the other. This process has been pretty rapid, and key to delivery is the Balham Town Centre manager, who usually manages a budget of £20,000 a year, and this is £2 million worth of spending, so the council will need to ensure that it's spent effectively. And also, Balham's gain will be a loss for Tooting, Clapham Junction, Putney and Wandsworth, because you'll see a reduction in the town centre improvement scheme pot of more than £140,000. So while I and my neighbours are very grateful for this, there will be a cost elsewhere in the borough. Now, I realise this fund is ring-fenced and politics is about the allocation of resources, scarce resources and competing ends. But looking at this plan holistically, the residents might question our priorities. Members will know that I've been to various committees to put forward requests to improve the Winstanley estate near Clapham Junction, which the Kingham report into last August's riots pointed out is in the 1% of worst places to grow up in the entire country. It has many dysfunctional public spaces and some seriously ugly walls. In the end, a good job is the only way out of poverty, but there are things we can do to improve the built environment on that estate. So after speaking over the last couple of years with hundreds of residents, next month I'm going to launch a new design competition of how to improve the public space, the square in front of Pennethorne House. And there'll be, you know, a prize for professional architects and designers and a prize for local children as well. And I know the York Road estate is being refurbished by the council, and I hope they will look to include this public space in that plan. I have a website, and I couldn't understand why there was so many hits on just a police update I pasted there about a triple shooting in that square. And then I googled it, and I realised that not one other newspaper or website had reported that 3 men were shot in that public square in broad daylight at 4 p.m. on a school day right outside the shops where the children go to buy sweets. So I'm happy that we're tackling the ugly walls and different public spaces of Balham. I welcome these funds, but let's not forget where the hard work remains in our borough. Thank you.